Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Tunes, and today, alright, listen to Object Show community. If you're making a pre-split BFB or Animatic Battle type show, don't. Because this show right here not only mods, but solos. Okay, maybe not all that is true, but I think I possibly found what I believe is the best Animatic Battle type show. And it's called Battle for a Fairy. Watch this video to the end to see why you need to watch this object show. Before we dissect this object show frame by frame, what is Battle for a Fairy and how did I find it? Battle for a Fairy is a competition-based object show of 64 objects roaming around, playing, and having fun in the outskirts of Rhythmic City. Then, a golden teapot fell down from the universe. Curiosity, intrigue, emotions rise. What or who is inside this teapot given from the universe? Find out on the first episode of BFAF, Battle for a Fairy, BFAF episode 1. Okay, so I basically stole most of that from the episode 1 description, but I found the show from Marucci himself, who is a new animator for FFP. We were talking about our shows together, and I saw the art, and it low-key made me invested, so I decided to watch it. Surprisingly, for a cast of 64, the first episode is only 17 minutes. I'm not gonna spoil too much of the episode to save time and also curiosity, but here's a brief recap of the episode. In this bright and colorful land, many characters can just be seen interacting with one another, until suddenly, Mechanical Pencil comes across this genie land, which invites the host to the show where the objects dwell. 8 teams or 8 are created, and their first challenge is to make a good introduction for their teams. Who is going to sell the bag? Find out in episode 1 of BFAH. Wait, what? Who's gonna sell a bag? Find out in the first episode of BFAF, Battle for a Fairy, episode 1! Alright, that's all I can say about this episode for now. Now let's move on to the pros and cons. Pros. I really enjoyed the interaction of characters in this episode. As someone who has a decently large cast as well, the show honestly does an amazing job of making the characters interesting without having to make the episode 40 bajillion minutes long. A lot of people making pre-split inspired shows, so honestly, in my opinion, take notes from this show. I'd go as far to say this show inspired me in a way to build my own ideas for FFP. I mean, cause you guys do know FFP's early episodes are inspired by pre-split BFB, right? Right? Moving on, for the first time watching an object show, I couldn't find an obvious favorite character within my first watch, which is actually pretty surprising considering I can usually tell by the end of the episode. I really love the cast so much, I couldn't really tell my favorite just yet. If I had to put my finger on it though, I'd probably say either Bone or Mechanical Pencil. The voice acting is lively. No character seems like a burned out teenager rushing lines due next week. The animation is simple, mostly reminiscent of Object Cringe, and overall the episode is just a good reminder to serious and silly object shows that you don't need the best assets, you don't need Adobe Animate, you don't even need the best animation style to have a good show. There's clearly lore planned for this show, as not even 10 minutes in and we already got a brief start of the lore and backstory of the host. Now, for the cons, there really aren't many, quite to be honest, as the only feedback I would give for this show is I need to be on the animation crew because I mog all object show animators. Maybe not all of that, but I definitely would love to see more of some of the characters as, like, sticky note. As I said earlier, the show does an amazing job of revealing the personalities of the cast, but some characters did feel a little left out. This isn't a bad thing, though, and I think the plan to be, like, BFB and start to get serious later on, I would love to see more deep conversations between the characters. This is just my personal preference, but I would also love to see some dramas, or hell, even romance. Shut the fuck up! As clearly Bone and Chainsaw on. How many times are you gonna do that, Sunyan? Anyways, I'd give this show an honest 9.7 out of 10, which may sound crazy, but there's nothing bad I can really say about it.
This right here is really tough. Like, if you don't fuck with this, like, this is tough.
Shout out to Marucci and the crew behind this amazing show, and for the people watching, I 100% recommend this show, as I hope it becomes bigger in the future, and who knows, maybe FFP and BFAF will be at a meetup near you. Please aside, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. My name is Tunes, but now I have the tunes out. And remember, keep calm, carry on, listen to Weezer and Chromacopia, and Slayer's new album, Fabula, because that's coming out. Oh my god, I can't wait for that. And stay tuned. No, for FFP, yes. And stay neutral / be the best. Peace!